Okay, first we start from the topic itself, which we have done the development. So I think, as I remember, we haven't finished yet. So we will continue with the development topic, and then we'll move on the discussion about the project, which will be the final project for human resource management. So based on the teaching plan, I want to show you, today is actually the class number 8, as I remember. So we are going to finish development topic. If you can see on the slides I'm showing you, here is. Actually, so we are going to finish the development. Then we are continue with the reverse on the next session. We have a reverse topic. Another one is the motivations and motivation theories. This is, topic very important because your final project will be based on the motivation theories. And the class number 10 will be the employee relations. And I give you another one addition class for discussion based on the group assignment, based on the final project, which is a group assignment itself. So first, let's continue with the development. Then we move to another discussion. So I hope you're fine, and we can start. So we have finished. Just a moment, let me see. We complete the learning development. Now we are going to continue with the career development. So yes, right. We have finished with the learning development. You remember we identified the types, the strategies about the learning development. Why we should actually to continue our learning development. The reasons and what the opportunities. Now we are going to continue with the career development. What's actually the primary purpose of the career development is to meet the current and future needs for the organization and the individual at work, which is employee, and his inclusive needs developing employability. So that means the career development. Before we have talked about the learning development, why you should develop and upgrade your your knowledges and skills. Now we are going to continue with how we can develop in the prospects of the career developed by our career ladder. So the first, it brings, of course, the benefits for the organizations itself, because you are developing with the organization. That means the organization developing with you. Another one is for you itself, so you can get the new promotion. So you can then, of course, it will be result in high salary, in your reputation itself, and so on. Let's see. So what's the general benefits that the career development provides to the organizations actually? The first, it makes the organization attractive to potential recruit. That means when organization, the company offering the career development program to its employees, that means it makes it very attractive as a company where most people want to work. Another one, it enhances the image of the organizations. That means it increases the reputation and image of the company in the market by demonstrating that the employees would be very recognized. Another one is likely to encourage the employee commitment and reduce the staff turnover. That means the employees becomes more loyalty when the company provides such as development programs. And it's likely to encourage the motivations. Of course, it encourages the motivation. Each employee's motivations is stimulation to work, as well as the job performance would be, let's say, effectively increased and improved. And another one that perhaps most importantly is exploit the full potential of workforce. That means with the development in the company, we can, let's say, open ourselves from the new side. That maybe we can find some strengths which should be result in our workforce that would help us to make our work better and better. So here is given the good and Bentley. They identify 6 kind of the promotion strategies that the companies actually, in the company you can meet them. The first one is the creating opportunities. And so let's see. That means when the company provides you some programs which upgrade, will increase and let's say which is improve your skills and experiences at work. And based on this, you can get a new promotion. Of course, when you're high qualified, that means you're a valuable employee, then you can be seen as a good candidate for a new promotion, right? Another one is extended work environment. This means when that if it's based on yourself, based on your own commitment, if you will give more time at work, actually at office, you work more than is as a normal one. You will get some work at home to complete some projects. This is, of course, will be result in your experiences. Will be, let's say, it will be rich your experiences, in the strengths, your experiences, as well as the knowledges and skills. Of course, this kind of the work itself, the long hours work, will help you to get a new promotion. For example, the supervisor can see you that you are hardworking, you are willing to get a new project, you want to complete by deadline. So why not to promote you as a new candidate for a new vacancy? Another one, the self-nomination or self-presentation. This means when you are presenting yourself as a good candidate for new promotion, that you can say to your supervisor that you are very high qualified, you have special skills and knowledge to get the new promotion. Why not? You can also present yourself as a good candidate for the promotion. If you won't say about yourself, who can say about yourself? Let's see. For today, we are actually most of people concerned about themselves. About their families. And the best is if you recommend yourself as a good candidate, you start from your own. But of course, if you are presenting yourself, you recommend yourself as a good candidate, you must be a good candidate. You must have all those the experiences, knowledge that the vacancy is requiring, right? So next one is the seeking career guidance. This involves the seeking out a more experienced person. And here is of course, sorry. Okay, some words I can't get from the slide. Let me see what is written. Just a moment. So, okay, just a moment. Okay, the next one is the seeking career guidance, which means this involves the seeking out a more experienced person, either within the organization or without, and looking for guidance or sponsorship. The use of mentor relationships would come into this category. That means you are looking for the more experienced, qualified colleague, so you can get like sponsorship. You can ask him to help you to explain some the things that you don't know that would help you for your to get you a new the promotion. So yeah, you are like you're trying to get a new learning from the more qualified person. This is might be your colleagues, might be your friend, which is the same profession as you, or works in the same fields as you are. You can ask him or her to help you in your promotion, like explain new things to get a new knowledges and skills, and maybe upgrade your, as I told you, knowledges, or get the new experience. Like you can share the information based on your profession, based on your work itself. Next one, let's see. It's networking. The networking involves the developing contact both inside and outside. This means like when you're working with the company, it's good for you if you have a good relationship with the other colleagues. So you are developing contacts with the people inside the company and outside. Maybe if you are working with the customers, so this is of course would be good for you if you have a good relationship with the customers. You have some contacts. Maybe they can recommend you as a good candidate for new promotion. This is also very good. Another one is the interpersonal attraction. So this starts to build the relationship with one's immediate manager on the basis that he or she will have an impact on career progression. This means your direct supervisor. If you have a good relation with your supervisor, and you can show him or her all your knowledges, experiences, this is as your supervisor can recommend you as a good candidate for a new promotion. So this is the career. We have looked at the promotion strategies that you can use in your company. As we have talked before, the first one, first, you must upgrade your knowledge skills, which is rate your work, right? Next one is working long hours, but it's not if you work long hours, not just you'll leave at your work at your office after 6 and doing something. You must do that. You must do those projects that will help you to get a new promotion, which is effective working. You use your time as much effectively as you can. Another one, you can promote yourself behind the supervisors and seeking career guidance, as I told you, to get a new knowledge experiences from the qualified person. This is very good. Don't fear that you will be seen as you're low qualified or you don't know something. Something. Of course, we cannot know everything, right? And we must learn from the more qualified, more experienced people. This will give you the opportunities to get a promotion. Networking to have a relationship inside the company and outside, which means maybe with the customers and partners of the company. And the last one is to have a good relationship with your supervisor, to show him your strengths, to show him your qualification in the skills, knowledges, and so on. So this is the simple things that you can use in your promotion strategy. Some of you asking me what is the opinion conformity, the examples. This is when, for example, your direct manager or your direct supervisor gives opinion about you to another heads of the departments if they have some new promotion. So if they give about you a good opinion, a very high qualified opinion, that help you to get a new promotion. Because when you work at the company, if you have some new promotion, let's say, in a different department as yours, of course, the head of those departments ask your direct supervisor about you, ask the recommendation as opinions about yourself, about your work, about your knowledges, about your qualification, and so on. Okay, let's move. The waterman in an article that the career resilient workforce suggests that individuals need to be. So that means we are actually individuals, you and me. So we must be must be ourselves knowledgeable about the market trends. That means we must know what is actually valuable in the market for today. What kind of skills, what kind of knowledges, what kind of experiences. Another one, understand the skills and knowledge needed in the area and anticipate future needs. That you understand yourself, that if you have a special profession, you are working in special field, you must understand what kind of skills and knowledge needed for today and in the future. Actually, what will be needed in the future. You must try to be in one step upper than actually others to get a new promotion, right? And be aware of their own strengths. We must be aware. We must know our own strengths and weaknesses, if we have so. Of course, all people have strengths and weaknesses, and you must know about how you can improve your strengths, if you have so, and how you can avoid your weaknesses in the job. Another one, have a plan for increasing the performance and employability. So you must have your own plan, for example, at least for 5 years in the head, to increase your performance, to increase your career. Respond quickly to change business needs. This is, as we have taught about the market trends, we must respond for changes immediately, and move on from the current employee when a win-win relationship is no longer possible. That means, what that means, the last statement, that means when you work at the company, if you can't see that, you can't get any new promotion, you won't see any, let's say, development in the future with that company. So that means maybe it's not necessary to work in that company. Maybe it's the better situation, the better case for you to leave and go ahead, to try to find a new company with more good opportunities, which is in your career development. So that means if you, and also it could be from the side company. From the company side, I mean, if company can't see you as a good candidate for promotion, so you can leave work at your current position, or they can, maybe they can, if they can't see you as you are trying to develop, maybe they can resign you. This is, of course, could happen. So this means we must try to develop every day in our learning, in our career, to get a new promotion, to be high qualified, of course, to try to improve our life, to improve our family's life, and so on. So I hope you're ready with me. So yes, some of you say to me that this is how to decide that the leaders, but we are all our leaders. We inside all our leaders. But the things that we need for, we must try to do something every day. Try to learn, try to study, try to develop. We can be all our leaders. If you are not still, you can be all leaders. This is not exception for anyone. So some of you ask me, what is a win-win relationship? Sorry, that means win-win when the both sides gets the benefits. For example, in our situation, one side is employees, the people we are working in the company. Another one is the company itself. When these two sides, the company and employee, can get benefits when they are cooperate. That means when employee work in the company and company when hire the employee, they will get this called a win-win relationship. Another one, I have the question, be aware of our strengths and weaknesses. That means you must understand your own weaknesses, if you have so. And you must know about your own strengths. For example, if your own strengths, like you know the foreign language, this is your strength. Let's say about the weaknesses, maybe you need to upgrade some another kind of skills which relate to your own job. This would be depend on your field of your working actually. Okay, so I hope you do understand. Let's move. What is the causes of the poor investment? The reason that the company they don't actually invest in the training and development. The first one, only well-off organization can afford training. That means well-off organization, the organization who is actually who is work effectively, who is working very good, who has the profits. Sometimes those organizations, they think that they won't need any development. They already are good. They already have got some good place in the market. They will get they get actually good profits. So they might think that that it's not necessary to provide some training development programs to the employees. Another one, education, training, and development is responsibility of the human resource department. That if you don't have any training and development programs in your company, the first question would be regarding to your human resource department, because the human resource department would arrange those programs. They identify, they assist the people if the people need any training and development programs, and what kind of training and development programs each individual needs, and then they will arrange those programs. And another one is any training is relevant. That means any training is good for the company and for the employees. Next one, the steps. What kind of steps in training and development programs we have? First is the train and needs assistance. That the human resource department, they assist people, they evaluate people, ask people actually, they send some questionnaires to people. Are you need any training and development programs? What kind of training and development programs you need for? How you can get them part-time or based on the work, and how long you can study on those programs, and so on. Another one, train and development objectives. Then the human resource department identify the objectives. Objectives means they identify the main goals. What kind of programs should be, how they must be related to the business strategy itself, and how the people can get those programs, and it will be effectively for the company and for employees too. The third step is establish the training and development department. So the human resource department might complete some training and development teams, which would be responsible for the programs and program content. This is when itself the training and development department preparing the program contents itself and supporting the people to study. And evaluation of training development program is very important when we provide any training and development programs for the employees. After they study and learn everything, we must monitor them, we must assist them. Evaluate, that means about their knowledge and skills, what they have learned actually, and how this learning actually helps to improve their work. This is the main steps as I... Okay, some of you asked me, just a moment, trying to find your questions. Some of you asked me some program example. Okay, the simple example is English language. most of company provide the training based on English language for the all employees. This is the English language programs. When such programs provided by the company, that means the company wants to enter into international markets, right? To work on international market, to work with the international customers. So in such a situation, the company provides the English courses for the all employees. And it will be based on their current knowledge on English. They provide special teams or groups that might be after classes based on the part-time, or sorry, after job itself, or it might be as an online training also. Okay. Let me see another questions. So some of you are asking the standard time frame for the evaluation. It's no standard time for evaluation because it depends on the program itself. The train and development department, they prepare the program itself, the content of the program first. How long the program it takes actually, and how would be result in the job performance. And based on these all the particulars, they frame the evaluation itself. So another question, let me see. We mostly heard in organization about the training and capacity building department, but not development. Is there any reason? This is the same thing. The train in your company, the names of the training and development department would be different one. Or you might have some special the name of those department, or it could be the group of team the group of team members who is preparing the train and development programs. But those groups, they work under a human resource department. Okay. Okay, some of you ask me what is a training, is development. So training first is the learning, right? We learn about the new knowledge skills, we experience new things. And development, it becomes when we are using the new knowledges in our job, in our work itself. When it helps to develop our performance, when it helps to develop our careers, that would be development. If you just train, you learn some new skills and you won't use in your job, in your current life, in your profession, that we cannot call it as a development. Because what we study, what we learn, we must use it in our professions, in our work, in our life, right? That when we use it in the right place, at the right time, that's seen as a development. Okay. So I hope you can hear me, because I can see that some of you say that they have no voice. Actually, I just want to see. No, my microphone is actually okay. It's all right. So if you do hear me, we continue, okay? Yes, right. For example, Mr. Mustafa says that the training calls in the development. This is right. That all training, all learning programs, they are causes in development. But when we use it, I know maybe sometimes we learn some new things about new knowledge skills, but we don't use it. That we can't see that the knowledges and trainings help us to develop our careers, to improve our life. Okay, what kind of barriers we have to train and develop? Barriers, that means which is let's say breaks our motivation to get a new training and development program. First is the self-satisfaction. That means when, for example, this is a simple one, yeah. When we are self-satisfied, we think that we are good actually in knowledge and skills, in experience. So why should I get a new training programs or learning programs? But when you are self-satisfied, this is the wrong, because we always must evaluate ourselves based on knowledge and skills that we have actually, because the environment is changeable, right? The trends is the market change, the economics is changeable. It always goes ahead. We must be in one step with those trends. Another one is failure to recognize the need for training. That sometimes, like when the human resource department will do some assessment, evaluation based on the employees, asking the question about the necessity of the learning programs, they might be wrong that they might decide that all employees are good in knowledges and experience, they won't need any such programs. Another one, training is incompetent. This is when it's a trainers who is trained the people, they're also low qualified, incompetent in their knowledge and skills. They might think, they might evaluate you that you are actually good, you know everything, so you shouldn't get any new programs and new knowledges. Past experiences. This is the ones like when you have some bad past experiences. Maybe your trainer was incompetent, and maybe you wouldn't arrange your life and work and study in one time, and so on. And fear of failure. That means you might think that if you study at the new programs, maybe you won't understand them. And might be it won't help you to develop your careers and so on. This is some main the barriers that we can meet at the training and development programs. So investments. So Curie says that this statement is very important. The failure by organization to invest in the HRD, the human resource development, is said to contribute to the decline, not only of the organization, but also the economy as a whole. So decline of the economy starts from the people, from individuals. If the people won't develop, the company won't develop, the economy will be declined. So the main the main, let's say, the reason for development is our willingness, that we are willing to get a new knowledge skills, we are willing to develop. So, and let's see the conclusion of it. The careers are owned by the individuals and the primary responsible for managing. So that means the careers, we are responsible for our career promotion, right? But the manager, they are responsible for our promotion. And here we say that the organization, they must support the people, encourage them to develop with company in one step. Also individuals need to manage their own careers. So we are actually responsible for our careers, and we must have some aims for the future, for our future careers. We must have special plan, at least, as I told you, at least for 5 years ahead. You must have a plan for your own career. If you are willing to develop, if you are willing to be a high professional, if you are willing to get a high salary. Another one, the organization can support and encourage the individuals on the career manager by providing the flexible the programs and providing the opinions, actually, the honest feedback about you. This is very important. If your let's say your direct supervisor gives you opinion about yourself, you might ask him or her about yourself. I mean, you must ask the supervisor, get the opinion about your professional skills, about your professional knowledge. If you are in good relationship with your supervisor, you can ask him the recommendation or advices about training and development programs. Like, do you need any, like, you might ask your supervisor, what do you think? Do I need any development training programs to get a new promotion? If I need so, try to help me, try to support me in this regard. Don't fear about those questions, because if you won't ask, who will ask about you? Who will care about you? If you want concern about yourself, about your career development, nobody will be asking. This is like, we cannot see and wait from the see that some new promotion would fall us and we can get it and so on. We must try to make our steps first for our career development. If you have some motivation to get your career development, do something. I mean, ask opinions, ask advices from your supervisors, or from your heads about your job, about your knowledge and skills. And of course, this must be arranged with the human resource department. What kind of and how you can get the training and development programs. That will be at the free charge, or maybe you can arrange that you pay from your salaries some commissions or some part of, and so on. Try to arrange it. If company is not like impossible to pay for your training development program, then try to find another ways how you can get it. But this is all must be done with the support of the human resource department. Okay. So any questions so far? So we have finished complete our development topic. So the main thing is, if you are starting to think about your development, about your career development, about the necessity of the training programs, you must evaluate yourself based on your strengths and weaknesses, based on your skills and knowledge you have for the current moment. Okay, and what you need for in the future. You must be in one trend with the market trend that happens based on your qualification, your profession, and in field which you're working, actually, your economist or your lawyer and so on. So, no any questions so far? Because we can move to the discussion about our final project. So, any questions so far about development? About career development? So we have studied the strategies, how we can promote ourselves. Okay, this is very important. You can try it to use in your company, in your work. So if not any questions, so let's see. This is our session number 8, as I remember. So we have another 4 session, number 9, 10, 11, and this last one will be based on discussion of the final project. We will have another one session for discussion, for detailed discussion, because I can see that most of your actually some of students are is absent for today class, and there might be another session to discuss about the final project. So let's move to the final project itself. Oh, please, first check your emails, because I already sent the final project, which would be based on the case study, Kellogg's case study, building a better workplace through motivation. Please check your emails. That today I have sent you the emails on the final project. So this is a final project. This is only for HRM. So this is to examine, to evaluate for your knowledges, what have you understood based on our sessions. This is only for human resource management. Okay, this is not final project at MBA at all overall. This is based on the human resource management, okay? And I want to ask you to check your email. That have you received my last email based on the final project? Yes, some of you said you haven't received. I have got some email that some of you haven't received. This is I don't know why. Maybe my file is too big. I try to compressize it. Okay, let me see first. Now I'm trying to send you again, to send you the final project. Because I sent 2 emails for the students. All the students divided for 2 parts. So that means some of you received my email, some of you are not. This is could be. So trying to send you again. Just give me time. Once more. Might think that some files are too big. So I already have sent you. You must check it right now. Please check it. So I'm going to send you again for all the students to miss. So here it is. Okay, someone is okay. You have received. You should receive it. Okay, I hope so. Okay, so let's continue with the discussion. So the assignment on the HRM will be based on the case study. You remember we have reviewed some case studies. We answered for the questions. This is all the same. So the case study is about building a better workplace through motivation. Because after next session we have a motivation topic. You will study about the motivation, what is the motivation, what's the motivation theories, and so on. This is just I'm giving you in advance the project. So the case study is not so big. It's around 4 pages. Look at the last page. On the last page, we have 4 questions based on the case study. So the case study, the assignment would be as a group assignment. So we have 4 questions, and you must arrange the team with the 4 students, with the 4 members. The minimum is 3 people. The maximum is 5. So try to arrange by 4 members. That means each student can answer for each question. You can divide it at equal. Okay? So the first question is using 2 motivation theories of your choice, explain the similarities and B, the difference between the theories. Next one, this question number 2, describe the benefits to an organization of having a motivated workforce. And question 3, analyze the difference between hygiene factors and motivators. And question number 4, evaluate the benefits to organization of using different motivation approach. So this is the questions is related to the case study, for this exactly case study. And you must find an additional literature to express your answers. As I have written in your emails, this is a group assignment which is with the team, would be with the 4 members of the team, and you must answer for the questions for all 4 questions, and with the maximum written paper must be 3,000 words, plus minus 15% of them. So 3,000. The answers should be written within 3,000 words. So you have 4 questions for your team with the 4 members, at least 3, maximum 5 members. So let me see what kind of question you have. Yes, 1 case study for all groups, for all students. But you must arrange your teams for 4 people. And of course, please avoid the copying and so on, because when I will review it, monitor, I will check it. You cannot copy for another's answers or get another one, because the assignment is the one for all people, and your answers must be. This is why it's actually when the students have 1 assignment for all students, this is would be more complicated for them, because they must try to answer in a good position to give a very wide answers, because I would evaluate and I will, let's say, compare your answer among all the members. And this is it's more complicated for students. Some students might think that if they have one case study, 1 assignment, it would be same for all students. It would be more easy to find the answers. But the exception of this is that your answer must be different. Your answer must be very richness to make to get high marks. Okay. No, it's not. It shouldn't be on the PowerPoints. You can write on the words. It shouldn't be. It depends on you. If you want to use the PowerPoints, if you want to use the words, okay. And what else? Okay. If you have any questions so far, because I would like to explain you about other things. So 3,000 words, which is include all answers for all 4 questions. Okay. So, and deadline, I have written you the deadline is 21st of January next year. So you will have 1.5 months to complete your work. This is enough time, I think. So more than 1 month you can complete, because it's a team based on the group assignment. You see, if member have one question only, so you can finish it, I think, in 2 weeks, if you work on it based on. And some of you ask me, it should be 750 words for each answer, 750. No, it depends on the answer. You see, some of questions are requiring a very wide answer. Some of not. It's based on your working. Based on your knowledge, how you will answer. But of course, you can't answer for the question with the 2 sentences only. It must be explained. You must give me a description, and all the information must be referenced by some academic literature. Okay. If you would like to assign team leader, it's based on you. If you would like so, you can assign the team leader who would be responsible for submission and so on, who would be responsible to get all the 4 answers from the members. Okay. So, and our HRM classes, we will try to finish it before the new year. I mean the new year, which is the 1st of January. We try to complete by this month, December, and then you will have 1 month to complete your group assignment. So I would like to explain you another things. Okay. I'm not sure. Have you heard about the plagiarism? What is the plagiarism? Is it any lecturer explain you? Yes, that means you cannot just copy some statements and pass in your papers, because I have special plagiarism detector programs. I can realize it, I can find it. And if you do so, if you would find some plagiarism in your works, in your papers, you are just copying and pasting some statements or some sentence. The sentence is enough. The assignment, the work would be seen as a fail one. Okay. This is because the previous students, they didn't know about the plagiarism, actually how to write the assignment, how to answer for the questions, what kind of literature they can use. Most of them just a copy from the internet or from Wikipedia, the information, and just pass to the papers. This is wrong. This is not academic literature papers. This is not academic papers, I mean. Okay? If you heard about this, this is very good one. Yes, you can copy it and pass if you give some reference. Where did you get this information? Where did you get? When did you get? And from which literature? From which books? From what kind of magazines or journals? So you can use the journals, magazines, and those websites which is official one. Okay, which is most like scientists, more academic one. Like Wikipedia, for example, this is not not required. This Wikipedia is not like academic or science website that the students can use. From Wikipedia, you just can read the information for yourself. Okay, just to upgrade your knowledge, but you cannot use it in your papers, in your assignments. Next one. You see, here is given to you some plagiarism, a student guide. What is the plagiarism and how you can reference your work? Plagiarism means is cheating, that you are stealing someone's information or words and saying that it's yours, that you have done it. Okay, it is like some of you have author's rights. And how to reference your work, here is given to you some instruction. Let me show you how to reference. This is based on the Harvard references. For example, you would find some statement that is very good to answer for the question. Like some statement, like this is just example. If you work carefully to make the most powerful question. Like some statement given by the scientist. So at the scope you must give the author's name, the year when it's written, and the page from the book, if you have get it from the academic literature book. If it's ebook, also ebook, you can use ebooks, some the magazines, the journals, which is official one. Or you can reference, like, for example, in her excellent book, like in her, like this, her means the author's name. You put the author's name in her. Like in Alia's excellent book on study skills, she advised that this is good, another one, and put year and the page where you have got this statement. Okay. So here is giving you how you can make references, and at the end of your papers, you must put references, all the authors, books, names that you have done. You used to answer for your questions. Okay. So carefully read this instruction to avoid the plagiarism and make your right references. Okay, some of you already sending me your group names, but please try to send me on my emails, because when I use the WebEx, I won't save any information from WebEx. So you must send the team members to my email, okay? Okay, some of you ask me how you can answer for the question by for each member, or you can, for example, sit together and all the members can participate in answers for one question, for the all questions. It depends on you, because when you done your assignment, like you will write who is the members of this assignment. But you won't write like this student, Mr. Mustafa, answered for the question number 2, number 3. You won't write these cases. You just put your team members, who is actually my leader and who is the team members of this assignment. And I will evaluate your papers in commonly, and will divide all the marks based on all your team's members equally. Okay, so that means you must try hard working based under your assignments equally, not like one student do everything, answer for the question. I had such experiences when my students, they give me like the complaints about that. They had some team members for 4 or 5 people, and only 1 or 2 members answered for the question, and the rest of they didn't they haven't joined the assignment itself. So this depends on your responsibilities, on yourself, on your commitment, and also it would be depend on your leader. So your leader must push the members to answer for the questions, hardworking based on the answers and so on. Okay. So here is instruction. Have you seen how to reference your work? Next one paper is another one instruction. Same. Just want to show you referencing your work. You remember? Maybe you have done some works that after you answer for all the questions, at the end of the paper you must write references and where you did get the information and so on, all the books and author's name and so on. And the list of references must be given. And first you give the author's name, surname, the author initials, the date of publication of the work site. Is the date of publication, it would be the book or e-book or the website or some magazine or journals. If the work is a book, the title must be given also. The place of publication must be given, the name of the publisher. If the work is an article, include the title of the article. Okay? So, okay, here is giving you some examples. Let's see. The author's name and the initials, the year is published, the books, the name of the book, the reaction to an advertisement content, and so on. The publisher and so on. Okay, you see? This is given to you examples how you can reference how you can make the list of references. So you can use only the books, the academic books, the academic literature. You can use the articles, which is academic one, which is given by some scientists. You can use the journals and magazines, some official one. And websites also, you can use only official websites, which is, you know, the website which is www, the name of website, .org is ORG or YEDU, educated one or organization one, not just .com, because this is all the commercial websites. It's not proved by the academics and so on. So any questions so far? Just want to see your questions. So some of you said that you already send me the team's members. Okay. The questions here is I have some about how I will score the method of my evaluation. Of course, the first evaluation will be based on the case study, on the assignment, group assignment. If you have in your team 4 or 5 people who answered for all questions, I will give a mark, and the mark would begin for all. The same mark would be given for all the members. Okay, this is the first one. Of course, I will consider about your attendance. I know who are attending because I already remember all your names. Because every day, every session, I can see same people actually who is attending the sessions. Next one, I remember who had some discussion, who answered for the, who was actually active on the discussion on our sessions, on our previous sessions. Who actually sent me, who answered for the assignments that we have done already. Okay, this is all will be considered in your evaluation. Because, for example, in previous group, I had some students who never attend the classes, who never did any assignment during the session, but then they have done the final project, and the final project was very good. But in those situations, I cannot evaluate based on only on the final project, because I am also concerned about the attendings. And I have special methods like the points, like I will give additional points if you are attending the classes, if you are active in the classes. You will get some additional points. The students who are not attending any classes, of course, the points would be deducted from the overall that they have done based on the projects. Okay, this is all is our considered during the evaluation. During my evaluation. So please check if you are received the case study, because I have received some emails. That means some people haven't received my emails on the projects. This is a strange one. Maybe they have a problem with their mail services. I'm not sure. So I received the email from Mr. Navid. So he sent his groups. Is Aman Nawabi, Nasir Samet, Navid Mihail, and Ahmad Farid Nikpur. And the team leader is for human resource group is Nasir Samet. So you have four members. Okay, very good.
Sorry, ma'am. I sent the second email as well, and Mr. Muhammad Aziz was forgotten from our team. We have 5 team members. The second email also was sent to you. Sorry for this. Thank you.
I have received another email from Navid Mikhail. He says that they have 5 people. Aman Nawabi, Muhammad Aziz, Nasir Samet, Navid Mikhail, and Farid Ahmad Nikpur. Okay, 5. At the maximum, the members is 5. Okay. The minimum is 3 people in the teams. So, any questions so far regarding the your assignments, about the plagiarism, about the referencing, and so on? No, you must be, okay, I have some question that if you are more than 5 or 6 people, you must be 4 people, minimum 3 and maximum 5. But of course, I know that sometimes you won't be like some missing 2 or 3 people. We will decide it. First, try to arrange by 4 people. Or 3 or 5, then we see. Because if you are 6 people, the 6 people can be divided for 2 groups by 3 people, by 3 members. Because 6 people is too much for one assignment, where is 4 questions only. Okay? Because 6 people must be divided for 2 groups by 3 people, by 3 members. I won't get any 6 group members. So if you have, I will divide yourself by myself, or you must divide yourself for 2 groups. You see that the assignment is not so complicated as you can see. Only 4 questions, and is based on the topic motivation. And the next session, after one session, we have the topic based on the motivation theories. I will give you enough information based on it. I will give you some the books and so on. You will get enough information to give you answers. So don't worry about that one. And motivation is it's very good topic for assignment. So you can identify yourself how you are motivated. Okay, so any questions so far? So, as you can see, we're going to finish in 10 minutes. We have start. Okay, we have a time. We still have a time because we can discuss. We can continue with the discussion. Okay, I want to show you the teaching plan. Okay, just a moment, because the next session would be based on the reverse the topic. After that, we have motivation and motivation towards. This is important topic for your assignment. And last session would be based on employee relations. And actually, you already have the PowerPoint slides for the presentation for all those topics. You can review yourself. You can review the group assignment. You can read the case study. And if you have some questions, you can email me. Because you must do understand clearly your assignment. Okay. So plagiarism, okay, you know it, because I'm always worried about the plagiarism. Because why? Because always when I evaluate the students' papers, I'll find some plagiarism. I always try to explain that the plagiarism is not the right way for writing the academic paper. That because you're writing the academic papers, okay, you are going to get the MBA certificate, not just some courses, some training programs. This is very important. So if you are willing to be in one level with all academic, with a student who's studied at universities, academic universities, you must do your works, your papers based on it. And the best way is reference your work. It's not so hard to reference your work. I know that here is a lot of things you must write, like when you do some list of reference, you must put the name of authors, the date of publisher, name of books, and so on. But once you complete it, that will give you a good result. I will mark you highly because I appreciate the student who is referencing their work, who is using the academic literature, and it's very good when you have reached the list of references. For example, in my university, our lecturer says that the list of your reference must be at least with the 5 academic literature books, and there must be the date of publish. The books must be not earlier than the 1999. That's the best way if you use the new books, upgraded information already. Okay. Not later, not early. Not earlier than 1999. The published dates. Okay. But of course, I'm conceding that sometimes it's difficult to get some recent books, some recent information, and sometimes the theories that we use they are not changeable. Some theories. By day to day, and of course sometimes you can use some academic literature which is older than the 1999. But it depends on your work itself. It depends how many academic literature you will use, how many books you will use for your referencing. Okay. Okay, I have some questions. Let me answer. First one, can we use the printed books? What do you mean printed books? And how many reference you may have almost? It depends on the assignments. For 3,000 words, for example, I had used around 20, 30 references, which includes the academic literature, articles, magazines, journals, and websites. Around 20 to 40. It depends on you. But the more is better. Than means that means you hard work. You have got new knowledge. Your answer would be very widely composite. And of course, you can use the printed books. Some of you ask me, you can use the printed books. Is the best books actually. If you don't have some e-books, you can use the printed books. If you have if you are going for some library, you can use from the books from the libraries, or if you have your own one. Another one, yes. Some of you ask me that, can you conclude some sentence from the case study? You can conclude but you have to reference those statements if you use from the case study itself. Okay. Also, if you are using the information from my presentation, from my sites, you also must reference it in your papers. Okay. Any information must be references. If you are not open yourself, that you are open to some statement, you say that this is I have done some research and my opinion is this and what. Okay. So that's all. All information, if you have got from some elsewhere, you must reference it. If you have got from presentation, from slides, also from printed books, from magazines, from some articles, from some journals, if you buy some journals, some business journals, for example, if you have in your countries. This is very interesting. If you have some business journals based on human resources, which is related to motivation, to Kellogg's company, which is related to our topics, you can buy them, and you can get the information from those journals to expedite your answers. Okay. Any questions so far? So I think you're already fine with all the information. Yes, right? That's very good. So we have done the development. You have teaching plan. You have a group assignment. The group assignment actually is written in a very simple words. If you read it, you can see all the things are understandable. All the things and for example, at the end each paper, you can see the glossary one. As you can see, some of us, if you do not understand, if you did not find the information, you can see the glossary, the description of those words, like what is a dissatisfiers, who is a dissatisfiers, what is the autocratic, like what is a flexi time and job share. This is also very will support you. So I hope you enjoyed the class, because so we are already going to complete today's session. So who wants to get some additional assignments, which we have done already, you can email me. Please email me. The best way if you email me, because I every day check my email, and all the information in the emails will be confirmed, and it won't be lost. But because if you send me some information on the WebEx, for example, as your questions, I won't save them. Okay? Please email me all your questions, and your team members too. So that's all. I think we have done today a very good work. So we have another 3 sessions to complete our HRM subject. So we will try to complete it by this month, by December, okay? Before New Year. If you know any, I mean, the cases, we will try to finish by New Year. Because after New Year, you will be free to make your assignments. Well, thank you very much. Hope you will enjoy the class, and you will enjoy your weekends. So see you on the next session, which will be on the Friday, same time. I hope. So goodbye.